Welcome to my dear students. Today I will explain the topic retaining walls. Last class I will explain the derivation for retaining walls. What are the uses of retaining walls and which purposes used in retaining walls. Last class I will explain. Today retaining walls, for example, problems. I will explain different types of problems to calculate. Okay, now for the subject strength of materials 2, second BTech second semester, lecture 31. Now we'll explain for the topic of retaining walls. See the derivation part and I now explain the derivation part and example problems. Now I will explain. See clearly the slide go to retaining walls. How to explain? See retaining wall just like see the diagram for. I have to follow the Rankins theory uh, of earth pressure. Okay, retaining walls have to mainly retaining the soil or earth. That is the main concept of retaining wall. Okay, now small derivation part by using Lamine's theorem. We have to inclined plane. You have to take in load W will be acting. Take in coordinates. You have to calculate the two cases. First case, the case one, the body may be on the point of moving down the plane and on the plane. Okay, down plane, up plane. You have to take in two conditions. You have to deriving a formula. You have to calculate the p value, capital P value. Okay, body moving up and first one body moving down. Okay, using Rankin's theory, you have to the 3 points. Now see the diagram for this retaining wall. You have to derivate the using this diagram, uh, uh, analyzing and analysis, derive the equation for retaining walls. Now which pressure will be calculated, earthwork, earth pressure or soil pressure. Now we have to derive the equation the following conditions. Now using Rankins theory of earth pressure. Okay. Now Rankins theory of earth pressure used to determine the pressure extended by the earth or soil on the retaining wall. This theory is based on the following assumptions. Okay, the three assumptions are there. To following these three assumptions for Rankins theory, the failure of the retaining, the first assumption, the earth or soil retained by a retaining wall is cohesionless soil. Cohesionless. Okay, the soil will be cohesionless. That is the first assumption. Second assumption, frictional resistance between the retaining wall and the retained material. That means the material means soil or earth. Okay, is neglected. Okay, that is the second assumption for Rankin's theory. Frictional resistance between the retaining wall and the retained material. Okay, frictional resistance. The both conditions is neglected. Okay. Third assumption: the failure of the retained material take place along the plane is known as a rupture plane. Okay. The failure of the retained material takes place along the plane known as a rupture plane. Rupture. Okay. Now see the diagram for 10.20. This is the diagram. It's trapezoidal shape. Okay, this is the earth surface rupture plane. See the rupture plane. This is the inclined rupture plane. Some theta angle, a resultant force. Okay, angle pi and mu or that is downward the capital W. and the some distance h cot theta, and this is the overall angle theta. This is theta. Okay. Now small h. Okay. Now see this diagram consideration. A trapezoidal retaining wall ABCD retaining the earth up to the height up to a height small h on the vertical face AD. Let the earth surface is horizontal and it is in level with the top of the retaining wall. Let A is the rupture plane, which means if the wall AD is removed, the wedge AED of the earth will move down along the plane AE. Let P is the horizontal force offered by the retaining wall to keep the wedge AED in equilibrium. Let W is the weight density of the earth or soil. Now see retaining wall capital ABCD. ABCD. This is the trapezoidal shape. Okay, this is the retaining wall. Now small h, that is the retaining the earth up to a height, small h height of the earth, retaining wall. The vertical face AD, capital AD. This is the vertical face AD. Let the earth surface is the horizontal and it is an a level with the top of the retaining wall. And let A is the rupture plane. This is the AE, that is the rupture plane. Okay. Now let P is the horizontal force offered by the retaining wall. Capital P is the force. This is the force. Okay, capital P. It is resisting force. Capital P, and uh, along with to keep the weight AED in equilibrium. Let W is the weight density of the earth or soil. Okay, AED, that is the H. Okay, and W weight of the earth soil. This is the W. Now consider 1 meter length of the retaining wall I have to take in for 1 meter length. Okay, the forces acting on the wedge AED taken of the retained material or just AED have to take in weight of wedge AEDW, that is W equal to weight density of earth into area of AED into per meter length, W into AB into ED by 2 into 1. Now I have to consider AB means see the diagram AB. You have to take in small h into h cot theta. Okay. Now we have to weight density of the earth. Now in a vertical, I have to convert the horizontal. W I have to take in some angle theta. Okay, cot theta h into h cot theta divided by 2. Okay, tan theta equal to see the diagram h into cot theta. How to got the value? See the bracket. Therefore, tan theta equal to in this triangle shape. Tan theta equal to AD by ED, AD by ED, AD by ED, or ED equal to AD by tan theta. Okay, now you know the ED value h cot theta, and AD you know the value small h. Okay, now I have to substitute finally. Uh, See h into h cot theta by 2. Now W into h square cot theta by 2. Okay, that is the equation. That is the first weight of the wedge AED. This is the total AED weight of the wedge. That means soil. That the horizontal of force so P extended by the retaining wall on the wedge. Now this is the horizontal force capital P. Now the resultant reaction capital R dash at the plane AE. The reaction R dash. Now the reaction R dash is the resultant of normal reaction capital and force of friction. Force of friction mu R. The resultant reaction capital R dash makes an angle phi. That is the phi. That is the resultant reaction with the normal of the plane AE. That is the normal plane of the AE. Resultant action. Fourth one, the frictional resistance along the contact face AD is neglected. Capital AD is neglected. Okay. This force is similar to as shown in figure 10.18. The wedge AED is in equilibrium under the action of forces PW and R dash. The value of horizontal force P is given by equilibrium 10.17. See the equations 10.18 and 10.17. You have to Lamin's theorem. Down and up the two equations right now. P equal to W tan theta minus phi. W equal to weight of wedge AED, that is equal to WH square by 2 into cot theta. Equation 1 and equation 1, substituting values of W in equation 1, you have to substitute P equal to W square by 2 cot theta into tan theta, tan into tan minus pi. That is equation 2. In the above equation, the angle theta is the angle of the rupture plane. The earth is having maximum tendency to slip along rupture plane. Hence, the supposing force capital P should be maximum. Maximum should be maximum. See the in the above equation, the angle theta is the angle of the rupture plane. The earth is having maximum tendency to slip along the rupture plane. Hence, the supporting force capital P should be maximum. But P will be maximum if we theta dP by d theta equal to 0. Hence, differentiating the equation 2 with respect to theta, we get now differentiating the value d into d by d theta into wh square by 2 cot theta tan into theta minus phi equal to 0. wh square by 2 into cot theta secant square into I have to derivate theta minus phi minus cosecant square theta tan into theta minus phi equal to 0. Now cot secant square into theta minus phi minus cosecant square theta uh, into 10 theta minus pi that equal to 0 by equation 3. Let tan theta equal to um, tan theta equal to small t and tan theta minus pi equal to t1. Let you have to say we have to substitute in this equation now. Equation becomes third equation becomes as 1 by t into 1 plus t1 square minus 1 plus t 1 by t square into t1 equal to 0. Cot theta equal to 1 by tan theta. That means 1 by t and cosecant square theta equal to 1 plus cot square theta. That means 1 plus t 1 plus 1 by t square. You have to say tan theta equal to t and tan theta minus phi equal to t1. Now we have to write the in this equation for finally cot theta equal to 1 by tan 1 by tan theta tan theta means small t 1 by t and cosecant square theta equal to write the 1 plus cot square theta that equal to 1 plus 1 by t square. Okay, now finally this equation got the value that equal to 0. 1 plus t1 square by t is t minus t square plus 1 by t square into t1 equal to 0. T into 1 plus t1 square minus t square plus 1 into t1 that equal to 0. T plus t was 1 square minus t1 t square minus t1 equal to 0. Finally, t minus t1 t square plus t1 square minus t1 equal to 0. Have to comma to small t common to small t 1 minus t1 into t minus t1 common 1 minus t t1 that equal to 0. Now 1 minus t1 t minus t1 that equal to 0. Either 1 minus t1 t equal to 0 or t minus t1 equal to 0. Finally, t1 equal to 1 or t equal to t1. If t equal to t1, then tan theta equal to tan minus tan theta minus pi. This is not possible. T1 equal to 1, tan theta tan into theta minus pi equal to 1, tan theta equal to 1 by tan theta minus pi, that equal to cot theta minus pi, that equal to tan 90 minus theta minus pi. I have to write this value theta equal to 90 minus theta minus pi. Theta plus theta equal to theta plus theta minus pi equal to 90. 2 theta minus pi equal to 90. Theta equal to 90 plus pi by 2, that equal to 45 degrees plus pi by 2. The plane of rupture is inclined at 45 degrees plus pi by 2 with the horizontal, substituting the value of theta in equation 2. Now see the equation 2, we have to substitute for theta value horizontal, with the horizontal incline at 45 degrees plus pi by 2. Now p equal to WH square by 2 cot theta, tan into theta minus pi, that equal to WH square by 2 tan theta minus pi by tan theta. Okay, this is the equation 2. We get now p equal to WH square by 2. I have to substitute theta equal to 45 degrees plus pi by 2. Now tan theta for 45 degrees plus pi by 2 minus pi divided by tan 45 degrees plus pi by 2, that equal to WH square by 2 tan 45 degrees minus pi by 2 divided by tan 45 degrees plus pi by 2. Now WH square by 2, I have to write now tan 45 degrees minus tan pi by 2. 1 plus tan 45 degrees into tan pi by 2, I have to write now into 1 minus tan 45 degrees tan pi by 2 divided by tan 45 degrees plus tan pi by 2. You have to write the extending the equation in this process. Now WH square by 2, 1 minus tan pi by 2 plus divided by 1 plus tan pi by 2 into 1 minus tan pi by 2 plus divided by 1 plus tan pi by 2. Now WH square by 2, 1 minus tan pi by 2 divided by 1 plus tan pi by 2 whole square. Now WH square by 2, right now 1 minus sin pi by 2 divided by cos pi by 2 and 1 plus sin pi by 2 cos pi by 2 whole square. WH square by 2, now we have to write cos pi by 2 minus sin pi by 2 divided by cos pi by 2 plus sin pi by 2 whole square. WH square by 2, right now cos square plus sin square, cos square pi by 2 plus sin square pi by 2 minus 2 cos pi by 2 sin pi by 2. Right now a plus b whole square or a minus b whole square. I have to write the formula. I have to stop applying cos square pi by 2 sin square pi by 2 plus 2 cos pi by 2 sin pi by 2. Okay, a plus b whole square minus plus b whole square formula and a minus b whole square minus a minus b whole square formula. Right now a square plus b square plus 2ab. Okay, now I have to write the form substituting the following formula. Okay, WH square by 2, 1 minus 2 cos pi by 2 sin pi by 2, 1 divided by 1 plus 2 cos pi by 2 sin pi by 2. Now P equal to horizontal force WH square by 2 into 1 minus sin pi divided by 1 plus sin pi. Okay, therefore, but P is the horizontal force acted by the retaining wall on the wedge of the earth will also exert the same horizontal force on the retaining wall. Hence, equation 10.19, the above equation P equal to WH square by 2 into 1 minus sin pi by 1 plus sin pi gives also horizontal force extended by the earth on the retaining wall. Okay, the horizontal force P acts at the height of h by 3 above the base. Okay, now some distance h by 3 are acting uh, the horizontal force. Okay, now pressure intensity at the bottom. If we assume a linear variation of the pressure intensity varying from 0 at the top to the maximum value P at the bottom, When we have p equal to p into h by 2, but from equation 10.19, we have known the formula p equal to wh square by 2 into 1 minus sin pi by 1 plus sin pi by. Okay, equating two p values of p, we get now finally p equal to wh into 1 minus sin pi by 1 plus sin pi by. Okay, 1 minus sin pi by 1 plus sin pi. This is the equation. You have pressure intensity at the bottom right now. Have equating the two equations. Finally got the horizontal force in this formula. I have to using calculating the horizontal pressure, capital P, and now for pressure intensity of the bottom also I have to calculate the small p value. Okay, and p value, the p value and the derivation part I have to calculate w and the weight of the wedge of the ED. I have to calculate wh square by cot theta, and p equal to wh square by 2 1 minus sin pi by 1 plus sin pi, and if I acting on the height of h by 3 to the base for trapezoidal retaining wall. Okay, I have to calculate at the pressure. Okay, now you got the values. Retaining wall, for example, problems. You have to calculate the retaining wall problems are very important for examination purpose. Have to calculate number of example problems, and surcharge retaining wall. Have to calculate now. Okay, surcharge also using the formula. Horizontal force have to calculating. Okay, some equation you have to change following the formulas. You have to calculate surcharge, and go to the chimneys. You have to calculate now. See the example problem. Another example problem I will explain in this derivation part. Okay, a masonry retaining wall of trapezoidal section is 6 meters high and retains earth which is level up to the top. The width of the top is 1 meter and the exposed face is vertical. Find the minimum width of the wall at the bottom in order the tension may not be induced at the base. Okay. The density of masonry on the earth is 2300 and 1600 kg per meter cube respectively. The angle of repose of the soil is 30 degrees. Okay, this is the example problem. Okay, next class I will explain example problem retaining wall and explain surcharge retaining wall. Now, next class I will explain complete the retaining walls. Okay, we have to complete retaining walls. After go to chimneys, the unit will be completed. Okay. Thank you. Thank you this opportunity.